what if I said that you could earn unlimited transferable college credit for just $95 a month? Normal U.S. tuition averages between $40,000 and $80,000, not counting board, room, books, and fees. And that is criminal, especially when you consider that back in 1963, 4 years of college tuition cost about $10,000 in today's money. Why is college 4 to 8 times expensive? Is it because we're 4 to 8 times smarter than we were? No, it is not, especially if we're putting up with this level of criminal incompetency. But you're about to learn how to get your super expensive bachelor's degree for 1963 prices using third-party credits like Study.com. College degrees usually have 40 classes that you have to take, split into 3 categories: general education, major area, and electives. These classes average $1,000 to $2,000 a piece at their schools, which is wild when you think about how all of that information is free on the internet. So you need to buy those classes from not the school. Imagine going to a car dealer and you find the car you're looking for and it's really expensive, but then you find out that the exact same car is available down the street for like half or a quarter of the price, and you're like, I'm here already, I might as well just buy this one. Similarly with credits, you need to transfer them in from somewhere cheaper. Some states have free community college that you can transfer to a 4-year school, or a lot of high schools have AP credits, or maybe you've heard of CLEP exams where you can basically test out of a college subject. But services like Study.com supercharge this process. You pay a monthly fee and get access to a ton of college level courses. As you pass the projects and the quizzes and the exams, you start earning credit at your school, depending on the courses that you've chosen and what your school accepts. Now I could go on and on about how Study.com's College Saver plan has 3 times as many courses as any of their competitors, and how they have mechanisms that let you finish multiple courses at once, and how they have a new updated mobile app coming out that makes learning easier than ever. And I have to, because they are sponsoring this video. Also, they really wanted me to emphasize that they split off 70-ish of their most popular courses into their college starter plan, which is only $95 a month and is superior to Sophia. That aside, let's take this big idea of replacing college credits and completing them for much, much cheaper, and let's see what this practically looks like at a few different schools. Now, up to this point, a lot of you probably thought this was too good to be true, and some of you just downright called it a lot of hooey or thought this was some kind of a scam. But here's a degree from Purdue Global, which is a very respected online program. They've got a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration, and this is a list of the courses that you need to take to get that degree. You can see we've got a lot of general education to go ahead and start out, and then we jump into major area, accounting, business, marketing, leadership, management type classes. Down here we've got their capstone, and then they have 52 credits of free electives. Now, they actually do a 180 credit system, so these credit numbers are all a little bit bigger than you're probably used to seeing, but even still, the Study.com courses will transfer in and satisfy these credit requirements. So you can see I found English 204 from Study.com, English 104, Economics 101, so on and so forth. Each of these classes that's in yellow also is a course that is covered in Study.com's new college starter program, meaning you can get access to these courses for just that $95 a month. The ones that aren't highlighted are going to be a good bit more expensive, but they're also rarer and harder to access courses that you really won't find hardly anywhere else on the internet to be able to hack with. And what you're probably noticing is that most of the courses in their degree program can be hacked with Study.com. In fact, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 courses that can't. And that adds up to, I think, 29 credits, which is still okay because technically at most schools you can't transfer in more than 75 credits. And so really theoretically, you could just about take only Study.com courses from their college starter program and be able to hack the maximum amount in this degree. Then you enroll for the last quarter of the degree basically, and you graduate, and it takes you, under a year. Next up, we've got Southern New Hampshire University. This is their Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration, and you can see we've got general education up to right here. And then we've got their business major. These guys have a very flexible business major where you don't have to choose a specialization. And so that's really easy to go find Study.com courses that will transfer in as those. And then they similarly have a fairly large free elective section where we can just basically transfer in any course that we want. And because Study.com's college starter program has about 71 courses to choose from, it is really easy to see how you could finish this degree so quickly and so inexpensively by knocking out, the maximum 75% 96% of it just using Study.com. And I've seen people knock out this number of Study.com courses in 1, 2, 3 months, which then lets you jump in for 2 more semesters of the final 30 credits and you're done. Now, Study.com does have a lot of partner colleges. These are all schools where your Study.com credit, a lot of it is guaranteed to transfer into the degree plans. And then they have 2,000 plus other accredited colleges and universities that have accepted Study.com courses at one time or another. The most impressive name that I could find was actually University of Notre Dame has taken Study.com courses, which I think is super cool. And here's one final example with Empire State University. They're part of the SUNY system in New York. This is also their Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. We've got all the course names on the side. These are typically going to be general education, and these course code ones are going to be more the business major area. They also, for some reason, some of their courses are 4 credits long instead of 3, but it all adds up to 120 in the end. And in this case, you can see we can also hack a ton of courses with Study.com. In fact, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 courses that you absolutely would have to take at Empire State University. And you still need to do the minimum residential requirement, which is, I think, 27 credits with them, which means you can transfer in 93 credits. And you can see here that with Study.com, you would be able to more than accomplish that goal. You'd even be able to be picky about which ones you wanted to take with Study.com and which ones you wanted to take at Empire State. And frankly, results are going to vary by school. Your school might be more flexible or less flexible when it comes to accepting Study.com, but it does not hurt to check. And the best way to check is just to contact the registrar or the transfer department or the admissions department at your school and say, hey, do you guys accept Study.com courses? And if so, can I have like a PDF or a document that shows the equivalencies? Some schools like to play hardball. Some schools won't share it. Some schools will give you the runaround, but that would be where you would start if you're interested in doing this. You also probably saw that there were a lot of partner schools for Study.com where if you use Study.com and transfer to that school, they'll give you like a massive discount on tuition. Like I saw some of them that were like up to 20%. Oh wait, Purdue Global, 20%. Here's one with 25%. Here's one with 50%. I don't know what's going on there. That sounds too good to be true, but that is really cool. But for easy math, let's just say that for every class you hack, you're saving like $1,500. And with a school like ESU or Purdue Global or Southern New Hampshire, you are indeed taking the total cost for going to school there down to about $10,000. But even if your school doesn't accept a ton of Study.com, even if you could just hack out of a single class or a single year's worth of school or a single semester, you are saving so much money. And the really cool thing here is that Study.com courses usually take under a week to complete, sometimes a few days, sometimes even just a single day. But the main point here is that college does not have to cost $80,000 in tuition. That is a lie that you've been fed. It's just a cultural thing that we've all come to accept. And anything that says otherwise sounds too good to be true until you look closer into it and you're like, oh dang, this could work. And it has worked. I've helped thousands of people go through this exact same process, and I went through it myself. So if you are ready to go and save a ton of money on college, and if you're ready to give Study.com's College Saver Plan a try, click on the link in the description. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and when you sign up using our link, you are literally helping me make these free videos for college hackers all over the world. Anyway, if you want to watch more videos about how Study.com can supercharge your college career, check out these videos over here. Thank you for watching, and happy hacking.